Most welcome to our channel. So as far as senior 1 is concerned, our first video is going to be on the topic of number bases, and I'll be looking at the first question that is in our workbooks for senior 1 2026. So welcome to the SKB e-learning platform. Okay, so our number 1 says that your school has received a number of mathematics books. So as you can read through the question, it is there below. So our task is that. So how do we solve this question? And so you begin by reading through. Your school, can try to extend it in that way. Your school has received a set of mathematics books for the lower secondary curriculum from the Ministry of Education and Sports. The school is arranging the books in 2 boxes to hand them over to the school librarian. The school decides to arrange the books in rows using different number bases to label the number of books in each row. The first box is arranged in base 2, 5 rows of books. So the first box has 5 rows, and each row has 101 books in base 2. So meaning we can compute for the number of books in each row. We convert to our normal base because the counting base is base 10 or the decimal base. So I have to convert this to base 10. So it can be like for the first box, I have to convert this to base 10. 101 base 2 are the ones in each row. So I have to convert it to base 10. So I have to convert 101 base 2 to base 10. So how do I do it? This is basic. I know many of you know it already. So therefore this will be 101. This is going to be equivalent to, in base 10 it's going to be 1 times 10 to power 2 plus, this is supposed to be 2, I'm sure, since it's base 2, then this is 0 times 2 to power 1 plus this is 1 times 2 to power 0. So therefore this is going to be 1 times 4 plus 0, because 2 times 1, 2 power 1 is 2. Then this is 1 times 2 power 1 is 1. So therefore this is 4 plus 2 plus 1. So this gives us, this is a 0, I'm very sorry. So these are 5 books in each row. 5 books in each row with respect to box 1. For the first box. So meaning the number of books in row 1 in box 1 is therefore going to be the number of rows times the number of books in each row. So what do we get in this case? So the number of rows with respect to box 1, there are 5. The number of books in each row, there are also, we have just gotten them, there are 5. So this gives us a total of 25 books. Actually, we have answered the total number of books that the school received from the Ministry of Education. So we have just answered the total number of books in the first box. Now what about the second box? The second box is arranged in base 3, 9 rows and each row contains 21 books in base 3. In base 3 it is there. So therefore we have to convert this. So for box 2, we have, I want to convert 21 base 3 to base 10, because base 10 is the one we use to count. So if this is base 3, so this is 2 times 10 times 3 to power 1 plus 1 times 0 to power 0. 1 times 3 to power 0. So this is 2 times 3 plus 1 times 1. So this is 6 plus 1, which is equal to 7. So these are the number of books in each row with respect to box 2. Okay, so this is so this is going to be, so therefore the total number of books, the total number of books in box 2 is therefore going to be the number of rows in here. So our number of books is going to be that, because we know that the number of rows are 9 and the number of books in each row is 3, and 9 times 7 is 63. Okay, now we proceed for box 3. For box 3 you can pause the video and try it out yourself and see what you get. It is the same procedure, however this time around for box 3 we see that is arranged in base 5, 8 rows, and each row contains 24 books in base 5. So you find that for base 3, this is what we shall do. We shall first convert the 24 books in each row in base 5 to base 10. So there will be 14 books. Then we can calculate the total number of books in base 3 in the box 3 using the number of rows times the number of books in each row. Something like that. Okay, so let us proceed. Therefore I can solve for part A. So the total number of books, total number of books the school received is given by the number of books in box 1 plus number of books in box 2 plus number of books in box 3, which is, so the total number of books is this. You can use your calculator. Yes, since you're allowed to use them in exams, so it's better use it and practice with it before exam times come. Okay, so let us proceed to part B of the question. Now for the number of books in each shelf, you find that, so that way the total number of books in each shelf, you divide the total number of books by the number of shelves. So we have 200, and now in this case we get 16 books in each shelf, and remainder. So you find that you get 16 books in each shelf and remainder 8. So then you proceed to part C. So for the remainder, it's attained by, when you press your calculator, it gives you a value of 16.66 something. So the remainder of the books with no shelves is, you get 12 times 16. Actually, you get the 200 minus 12 times 16. So therefore this is equal to 200 minus 192, and that is how we get the remainder, 8 books. Now let us proceed to, they want us to determine the amount of money spent in buying each box of books. A good thing they give us the amount for each amount at which each book is bought. Therefore, we just have to get the total number of books in each box times that amount. So for box 1, the amount used to buy the box is going to be the number of books, which are 25, times the unit cost for each book. And now in this case we get 625. So we do the same thing for all the other boxes. Therefore, if we do the same thing for box 2, the total number times the unit cost, total number times the unit cost, and you use your calculator. So that's it for today. Please like and follow, and in case you need to purchase a book, you can contact me via my WhatsApp number. Thank you.